point deep. Fly ball, a drive to center field. That'll get over the head of Robinson and all the way to the fence.
Lorbeck drives the lane, puts it up, right-hand
Nice
lane,
shot,
gets
Zach.
it to fall. He'll go to line for one more.
Very nice take by Zach Lorbeck.
Trying to go around the angle. He stones him far side.
Point
post.
blank on Engel again, and he stops him.
Shotgun snap, Engel looking left, now looking right. Throw far side, throws a fade up for grabs. Hunter Beechler, far side, pile on. He comes down with it. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates.
She'll line it ball into left field, and that'll go all the way to the fence. Coming in to score will be Hilbert.
Feed it in. Matty Ray, a right-hand lane and down.
Great steal by Ray. Jerks with a nice lob over the top.
Four skates to the near side circle, looking for some time. One timer to Martin Suna. Knock off the water bottle. It's a one-timer and a goal, and the Pirates, they extend their lead.
He takes a swing at it. He'll send that one deep to right. And looks like that one's going to be a walk-off grand slam for Joe Byer.
And your state champions.
Your state champion.
Your Bayport Pirates.
Swinging a fly ball to center
Beekman.
field.
It's over!
And that's it!
The Pirates win it!
Good evening and welcome out to Cornerstone Community Ice Center as we get set for the WIAA sectional final in what should be an awesome atmosphere here from Cornerstone. Rink number 1, great to have you with us. The team goes to state tonight between Bayport and Notre Dame, the longtime rivals, and the top 2 teams in the state of Wisconsin, not just at sectional but in the entire state. And it should be a fun matchup here, an awesome atmosphere. Always a great rivalry, Michael, and this one should not disappoint.
No, I don't think so, Chris. They pre-sold tickets for the game starting on Friday, and it's a good thing because the place is pretty full. The people are still coming in at a steady stream, so I think they're expecting a good game, as are we.
The Pirates coming in with 20 up, 4 down. Of those 4 losses, 2 of them to Notre Dame Academy. First loss in the matchup was a Bayport game where they had the lead after the first 50 minutes. Well, games are 51 minutes long. They gave up a goal with 8.3 seconds left. Notre Dame tied it at that point, and you carry that late momentum into overtime. Sam Capel is able to give the Tritons the win, 2:35 into the extra session, and that was our final 2-1.
That was an important game for the Pirates because they proved to themselves that they can play with Notre Dame. They did come out on the right end of the game, but they are able to win, and they are able to compete with them. So even though they did not quite make it at the conference championship game, I think they know that they can play with them, and I'm looking forward to a real good match tonight.
Second matchup between these 2 teams came in the conference championship game that you mentioned, Michael. 3-1, the Tritons picked up a win. They had a 1-0 lead on a power play goal in the second period by Hunter Bill. Pirates answered and just 40 seconds later with a Fahey goal assisted by Mickish and Lyons. But then they surrendered the goal a minute and 2 seconds later for what was a 2-1 Triton lead. They tacked on one from the McCarran twins in the third period. 3-1 was your final. Big thing in that one was Bayport had some opportunities on the power play. They had 5 power play looks. They converted 0 of those 5.
Yeah, that's not normal for Bayport. They're doing very well in the power play this year. Don't believe I recall what the stats were, but I believe it's over 500 on the power play for the season. So not getting anything does not help their cause at all.
Yeah, should be a thing to watch with the special teams here tonight for both squads. Tritons on their power play, not too shabby, 38.2%. They have scored the 3rd most goals in the state of Wisconsin this year, 6.26 goals per game. When you score that many, you don't need your goaltender to be all that special. But Leighton Jaschke has been the goaltender in both matchups. He surrendered 1 in the first matchup, 1 in the second matchup.
Yeah, and he's doing all right this year. He's at a 1.62 goals against average, but they're up against a pretty good goaltender in Devin Russell for Bayport. Devin has got a goals against average of 1.32, and I saw earlier this week that he is in a Wisconsin prep hockey. He made it to the final 5 for the goaltender of the year for the state of Wisconsin, which is pretty admirable.
Yeah, he's been having a wonderful junior season for the Pirates. It should be a fun matchup. Tritons 25-0-0. Perfect, unblemished record. Obviously, that Bayport game that they squandered. Outside of that, they have only trailed in the third, I think, twice the entire season long. They go down to Detroit, where they defeat two of the top teams in the lower peninsula of Michigan. They've played the toughest schedule year in and year out in the entire state. Of the top 14 teams in the state of Wisconsin, they played 13 of them this year.
Yeah, they've had a pretty tough record or schedule this season, but it was kind of funny last week when we were doing the boys' game. We talking about Herb Brooks a little bit and realized that this week was the 43rd anniversary of the Miracle on Ice game, and they've had a lot of things on it on Twitter and on TikTok and everything else. And one of the things that I saw was Herb Brooks' pregame speech to the Olympic team. And in that speech, he said, you play the Russians 10 times, they're going to beat you 9. Well, I think the Pirates play Notre Dame 10 times. They're going to get beat 9 times, and this is their one time to beat them. Notre Dame has got Bayport 13-0 over the last 4 years, I believe it's been. So they're due for a change in direction here and the momentum. And I think the Pirates are going to take it to them, and they're going to have a real good outing. Chris is currently trying to get the camera set up so we can have some visual for tonight's game. Lots of fans. Notre Dame has brought their band in tonight, so I think we've got a real good opportunity here to come out on the winning end of everything. Zamboni has just finished cleaning the ice. The goals are set. Waiting for the officials to take the ice, and the teams will come out and take the ice for the warm-ups. The state tournament has been set for the boys. Verona won, Hudson won, and University School won. They're waiting for the winner of this game to make the Final Four down in Madison this weekend. On the girls' side, the De Pere Ice Bears pulled off a victory today, and they are going to state. They are down there with Middleton and Superior Northwestern, and they're waiting for the winner of the Hudson on Alaska. So real good opportunity this coming weekend for the Green Bay area to be well represented. You can have the Pere Ice Bears down there as well as the Bayport Pirates. So lots of company up here in the press box today. You can tell it's a big tilt. People are still coming in looking for their seats. Chris is still working on the camera, trying to get it set up. So we will have a visual one way or the other. Notre Dame is getting ready to take the ice. Their captains are out waiting for the team. Fans still filing in. And I think this is a good opportunity for the Pirates, but they have to play within themselves. They got to be smart. They got to use their head and keep their composure. The first game they did that, and they let one slip away on them, and they lost their composure a little bit in the end and in overtime. The championship game of the conference tournament, they got down early and they could not catch up. So in this contest, they're going to have to take the lead early, and they're going to have to go, and they're going to have to stay on top of Notre Dame the whole way. Winner for this gets a trip down to Madison at the Bob Suter rink in Middleton, Wisconsin. So expecting big things today. I think it's going to be a raucous crowd, lots of people here. King family is here to watch the game tonight. Carrie and Mike and their family. Carrie's dad and mom are down in Arizona enjoying the sun. They were up in the mountains in the snow, and I told them to get out of there, go back to the sun. Bayport students all dressed in black for the blackout. Notre Dame is in an array of colors, mostly Notre Dame colors. Now we're waiting for the officials to come out. A 2-minute warm-up period still. We're waiting for the officials to come out and let the teams on the ice. Yeah. You want them?
There's no way he has his MacBook charger.
No.
Tonight's Bayport hockey broadcast proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. By Bell & Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics. By Townline Public Grill. Vandervest, Harley-Davidson, Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists. Budget Blinds of Howard & Crivets and Doozy Sports Club. By Chrysler World, Nicolay National Bank. By Myron Construction, Building Excellence. Northeast Wisconsin Technical College. By Synergy Sports Performance. Camera Corner Connecting Point. And by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Great to have you with us here from Cornerstone, and what we see the teams will be spilling out momentarily from the locker room.
Players on the ice getting ready for the announcement of the starters, national anthem. We'll get going here in a few minutes.
So we'll bring you tonight's starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups presented by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill. Zesty's throwing up a full food and frozen custard menu across from Bayport High School. Today's flavor of the day, Reese's Rumble. Stop in on your Sunday, get chocolate salted caramel toffee. Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. And your starters for the Pirates. They will start off at left wing, a senior, number 9, Elliot Mikesh. Starting at center, a senior, number 71, Sam Lyons. Right wing, a junior, number 21, Nick Voss. Starting at defense, a junior, number 22, Noah Brunke. And at defense, a senior, number 11, Michael Stahl. Again, your Pirate starters, it'll be Mikesh, Lyons, Voss, Brunke, and Stahl. Between the pipes, a junior goaltender, number 31, Devin Russley. And we move over to your starters from Notre Dame Academy. Starting at left wing, a senior, number 11, Hunter Bill. Starting at center, a sophomore, number 8, Sam Capel. At right wing, a senior, number 27, Brendan Gruber. Starting at defense, a sophomore, number 3, Nathan Ante. And a senior defensive, number 20, Michael McInty. Again, your starters for the Tritons, it is Bill Capel Gruber, Ante McInty. And between the pipes for the Tritons, a junior goaltender, number 1, Leighton Jaschke. Head coach for the Pirates is Mike Buchan. He is assisted by Derek Donahue and Logan Frolberg. Head coach for the Tritons is Corey McCracken, assisted by Silverio Mero, Jim Gwynn, Brian Poshak, Monty Conrad, and Chris Neal. We'll listen in for the national anthem here from Cornerstone as we get set for the sectional final here in rink number 1. Tim Coughlin Rink at Hilliard Wires Arena, Cornerstone Community Ice Center. Great to have you in De Pere. Last ticket to be punched to the state tournament, Michael, and it will be between the top two teams. It is Notre Dame hosting Bayport. Should be an awesome evening.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are expecting Notre Dame to come from out here, but I believe that the Pirates are up to the task, and I think that their time is due and their day is here.
As always, tweet the booth at Voice of BP or at Bayport HS. We would love to hear from you on a Saturday evening. Bayport fan, Notre Dame fan, hockey fan across the state. Give us a shout. Let us know where you may be watching from. For instance, the Krings watching once again in southwest Wisconsin.
Good to have Scott and Stacy tuning in. I talked to Scott a little bit after last week's game, and pretty excited for the boys to have this opportunity.
Just finishing the Walk of Champions an hour ago at state wrestling. Jacob Ward's wrestling for a state championship in about an hour. We get set for puck drop here. And at center ice, it'll be taken by McGinty, and he'll dump it to the left side. Tritons are in their green sweaters with the green breezers, and the St. Patrick's uniforms are topped off by the white helmets and white numbers. As for the Pirates, they're white tops with the navy breezers, navy numbers, and white helmets. We'll have an icing, just 11 seconds gone by.
Yeah, the Pirates just kind of zipped it up the boards, and not really sure why, because they had good control of the puck. They didn't have any pressure, but see what we can do with it in our defensive zone.
Shot comes in after the draw is won by the Tritons. McEntee throws one in front, and the Pirates will come away with it. Throw in front, trying to get it to Sam Lyons. Side of the cage, near side, and Ante will come away with it for the Tritons. 25 seconds gone by. Turnover. Pirates keep it inside the zone, near side blue line. Michael try to chip it up. Controlled by Voss. Far side faceoff dot. Stick goes flying. He'll throw it missing the side of the cage, and it caroms into the near side corner for the Tritons to get it out of their own zone. They work it up to the blue line.
Aiden Fahey keeping the pressure on the Pirates. They got a quick line change. Nick Voss caught a stick in the ankle and kind of struggled to get off the ice.
Puck with Hilbert. Gets it to Fahey. Near side loses it. Hilbert brings it to the blue line. Decides to straddle the blue line and go to the far side wing, and he brings it into the zone.
It's tough play for your teammates when you're making the moves on the blue line, but Spetch did a nice job staying onside.
Grholskis drops it down low into the corner to Hilbert. Pirates send it even deeper with Spetcher. Rings around the corners into the near side, where it'll be fetched after by Fahey. He's pushed up against the boards by Ian Aitken from the Tritons, and the team in green trying to field possession of it. Shots on goal registered at 0-0 yet, but possession has been in the right-hand third so far. As we chipped up to Quinn Kazarek, and the assistant captain will bring it right side blue line. Trying to go around Grholskis. He will, fetches it off the backboards, now looking to facilitate. Wheeling around to the near side wing, down in the corner. Shot comes in. Sam Lyons is going to put a block on it as he gets in front of the shot. Right back, redirected to Bryce Dahl, and the Pirates picking up with Selson in behind net. Trying to chip it up and out. Puck redirected to the far side. These teams have played one time before for a sectional final. Met in the sectionals itself many times over here at our 9 years of broadcast coverage of Bayport Pirate hockey. Great to have you with us. 2 minutes and 15 seconds has expired in what is a 0-0 hockey game. Pirates try to break out of the zone. Just below through the neutral ice area, they turn it over in front of the scorers table.
A lot of back and forth right now in the neutral zone. It's now nobody really taking command quite yet.
Puck poked free up to Joseph Coughlin. Dumps it in. We're on his father's rink. Tim Coughlin, the head coach for the St. Norbert Green Knights of St. Norbert College.
Think he gets to use it whenever he wants, Chris?
I'm sure that Tim's got a few connections, right? Joseph skated on this, I'd assume, since he could stand up, right?
Probably, yeah. That's usually when they start them, too, especially those parents who are from Canada have got some experience with hockey like Tim does.
Also dumping in behind. Jaschke will try to dump one off into the far side, and Spetcher is going to go after it. All right, we'll switch cameras for the moment.
Hilbert with control of the puck at center ice. Heads up.
Puck into the rafters, and we will have a stoppage. And Lucho's on faceoff. 13-25.
Kind of like a foul ball in a baseball game. Came right straight back up at the announcers. The face-off at center ice. Pirates win the draw. Chris brings it up the boards. Dumps it in the zone.
Kazark pitching up against the boards with Gerhalski. Puck brought in by Kazark. And Bayport sends it up ice. Hilbert's going to get ahead of steam, and he gets past his man. And Hilbert in the goaltender, far side. He'll throw it missing off the side of the cage. Great job to hustle back for Notre Dame's Wyatt Harris, the sophomore defenseman. As the puck's lost in the far side corner. Hilbert loses it, chipped out to Cade McCarron, one of the identical twins. He gets it to Keegan. That is his brother. Bring it into the zone. Keegan carrying it around, looking for a centering pass for Sam Lyons. He'll step in front and intercept. Pirates send it back to Mason Piepenberg, and he'll reset and bring it back in. The defenseman trying to weave through Pirates. Lose it into the near side corner. Piepenberg, 73 in green. Hits up against the board, much to the delight of the Bayport students, and the puck chipped out to the neutral ice area where Drew Schock will fetch it out. Last time these two teams played, Schock was named Player of the Year in the Fox River Classic Conference, the defenseman, and he is one of the 5 finalists for the Jake McCabe Award, which is awarded to the state's top defenseman from Wisconsin Prep Hockey. Also for that is Michael McEntee, his teammate. Pirates trying to play it up ice. 5 minutes have been played here from Cornerstone. Backhand by Brunke, rolled it in on Jaschke, and he will make the save. And it will be a stoppage at 11:49 here in the first period.
I don't know that that's exactly what he wanted to do, but he had Sam Lyons bearing down on him and figured that taking the face-off was better than giving up a cheap goal. So Notre Dame will reset in their end on the right-hand side of the goaltender, blocker side. Pirates win the draw.
Pirates with Voss trying to chip it free, and Hunter Bill will step through, a little poke check, gets it to the right, and he's going to be offsides. Touch far side by Gruber, should be an offsides, but play continues anyways. Officials blowing no offsides.
You know why it's not an offsides, Chris?
The officials said so.
That's right. There, Mr. Frieder will be happy.
Dick and Shelley watching in from Florida with Mike and Sheila. Great to have you all with us tonight.
Sent us a picture of the sunshine down there. I told him we had the same sun up here, and the white stuff was just snow and not sand.
It does look like a familiar scene.
Yeah, it's kind of like home.
Fahey trying to wrap it around near side, and Jaschke will make the save. After a few players from either side just pushed up against the boards, and Fahey able to come free with it.
That was a nice effort. He hustled, picked up the puck behind the net, tried to squeeze one in between the pads and the post, and just wasn't quite able to get there in time. Brings up a face-off in Notre Dame's end. See if the Pirates can win the draw and get a good shot on goal.
Face off to left of Jaschke, and the draw will be won by the Tritons. Notre Dame Academy looking to break up. Piepenberg up to Gerbitz. Bring it in, dump it in, and Coughlin will ring around. Watching Flanagan, however, be the first one to get to it. Flanagan, who has received an offer from the University of Wisconsin Badgers for football to be a tight end in the future. It's Mickish pushed off the puck to the far side corner.
He's got the size for it, Chris. There's no doubt about that.
He sure does. Well,
he's a big young man.
When your father played for the Bears, the Packers, you got a good pedigree. He's a heck of an athlete. And James actually went through Bayview. His brother right now is an 8th grader at Bayview Middle School.
Well, we got to see what we can do to keep him in the Howard Swamico School District.
Well, his sister went to Bayport, graduated a year ago, played for the Ice Bears. Stretch pass, nice tape to tape. Fahey trying to dance around near side dot. Go to the backhand, and great hustle by Bryce Dahl to tie him up near side. Shot never reaches his goaltender.
Aiden did not have a good shot on the forehand, which was a good move to go to the backhand. He just couldn't get enough on it to get it on net.
Dahl trying to chip it up and out of the zone. He can't. Puck kicked in. And the Tritons able to clear it out of their own zone. Just below us, it's Riker Thomas, the freshman forward. Pass up to McCarron. Net comes free, and as Rusley tries to pull it back into position, we will have a stoppage. And a face-off next to the Bayport goaltender. 9:43 on the first period clock in what's a 0-0 hockey game. And it shows that Bayport's got 3 shots on goal, Notre Dame 0.
The Pirates have been getting some pressure on them, and that's the important thing. It's a fast-paced game. There's no doubt about that. The boys are flying up and down the ice, going both ways. Pirates win the draw, deep in their zone. Notre Dame comes out of the corner with it, looking to get a centering pass.
Bill continues with it. Hunter, who had a couple of assists in each of the matchups. He had the assist to Piepenberg in the tying goal that was for here on the first meeting on this rink. Voss looking for a flashing Gilbertson. McGinty will just undercut Voss and go after it with the puck. Michael brings it center blue line, now stops the near side wing, continues with it into the corner. Michael trying to go on the side of the cage, stopped by Rusley. Rebound given up on the far side half boards. Pirates trying to chip it up with Gilbertson, and Brady blindly hits it up to the neutralized area. But Bayport's going to be going off with the line change, so it'll be Piepenberg to get to it.
Nice little bump there to introduce himself by Will Lyons.
We approach the midway point here in the opening period. 8:39 the clock comes to rest. 3 17-minute stanzas we will play tonight. This is number 1. And we have a no score to this point. And we will have the puck come out to the right of Rusley. That'll be the stick side.
He had a little help there in the crease. Pirates got to give Devin a little room to work. You can't stand right in the crease with him. He gets all bottled up. He can't move, and that's not going to be a good thing for Bayport.
Schock looking for a one-timer in front. Trying to get in front is Gerbitz. He does, creates traffic, but he actually gets a piece of it. Pirates try to clear the zone. Held in by Piepenberg somehow on the blue line. Nope, they're going to say it was not held in by 73. They will call it offsides. We'll have a neutral zone face-off. 8:23 here in the first.
I thought that one was pretty close as well, but the official was right on the blue line this time and had a good view of it.
As always, Grandma Diana Wright watching from Canada. Great to have you with us. The Gladwells, Jonathan Piotrowski, Sharon DeGroot, great to have you with us tonight.
You think Grandma will fly in for a state game next weekend?
Perhaps. Get the passport ready. Puck chipped up, and here is the Lions. Looking across for Tignell. They'll go the backhand, far side rebound given up. Side of the cage, puck bouncing off the back netting. And the official's going to blow this one dead. As Lions on the far side had an opportunity to pass one to Tignell. But he goes with the backhand, forces Layton to make a save, and we'll have a face-off to the stick side of number 1 in green.
I think we got to keep an eye on Connor Tignell. He's been doing a really good job of sneaking in on the backside. He's coming in behind the defense, and he's setting right up in that backside of the cage. I think he's going to snipe one tonight.
Also watching with us was Jody Mickish, Wes Hansen, and others. Send us a note. Email us if you might. newsportsradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Because Don Poshak listening in. He caught so many of the games between these two back when Bryce and Brendan both played with Notre Dame Academy. Voss near side, get it to Greenwell. And he will send it down. Icing is going to be waved off, and McTee will try to play it up to Kazarek. Far side looking to get her on Voss, up to Cade McCarron. Annie and Sellison will race back and beat him to the puck.
You did a nice job of cutting them off, not letting them go. That was a inadvertent trip there on the Notre Dame player that didn't get called.
McCarron trying to dump one deeper, that being Cade. But Pirates gain possession. 9 will come off for a change. Stick is still loose on the far side half boards of the Bayport zone. as Gilbertson just tries to chip it up ice. Now it's Flanagan trying to work on Sellison. Back to James, looking to send one in on net. Might have hit the side of the cage had it not been stopped, but no chances taken by the Bayport goaltender.
That was a good idea. You had a Notre Dame player standing right on the doorstep. Number 21, Joseph Coughlin, he was looking for an opportunity to pick up a rebound, so just a good idea to pick it up and smother it and put it away.
Last time Bayport played in a sectional final was on this very rink. Spencer Kring played in that one, and Spencer Kring is also at home listening in.
Spencer going home to get some home cooking. Good for him. Missy and Spencer had a lot of fun with him over the years, and him playing ball with my oldest son Jake and watching him play hockey coming up through the ranks. Now he's at Bethel, and he's doing a real good job for them, and he's picked up a couple of goals this season. So it's always fun to see the tweets from Bethel when he's out there and he's making some plays.
Tignall on a head of steam trying to get up. You're trying to work around Bryce Dahl. Tignall to the far side corner in the Notre Dame zone. Flanagan trying to get to it. Pirates chip it back deeper as Sam Lyons trying to play with it. Far side corner. Knocked off the puck is Flanagan. Mickish sends it in deep. Tignall working in behind the cage. He'll get pushed right. Puck goes left. Jarred free to the near side corner. Now Tignall still trying to get to it. That's a play that a year or two ago Connor did not have any chance of making because physically he wasn't strong enough, and obviously your body just matures as you grow. He's a junior now, and he's much more involved in on those plays.
Hey, he's like a puppy on the wrong.
Turnover, far side rebound. Spencer can't put it in. Oh, boy, Jaschke whiffed on the first pass, and Bayport had a near gift.
Goalie was behind the net. He wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and Pirates had two guys have opportunities, and he just couldn't put it home.
Bill gets it back to Schock. Drew through the neutral ice area. Plays one into the Bayport zone, far side. Piepenburg gets around Hilbert, and he'll deflect one off of a skate into the near side half boards. Tritons with it and possession. Gruber loses the zone as he gets pushed across the blue line, so Brendan will have to regain his own spot. Drop it off to Schock. Drew in the half boards, throws in a wrister. Dropping down to need to stop it is Grholskis, the Bayport foreign exchange student. Puck chipped up to the blue line, played in front. Grholskis, rebound given up, blocked by Grholskis, not allowing a shot on goal. Near side backhand, Gruber sends it home. Tritons get the first goal. It comes at 12:03 here in the first.
Well, the Pirates were kind of flailing around a little bit. Chris did a really nice job of blocking two shots, and Notre Dame was able to flip it over to the backside to get it to Brendan Gruber, and he put her in the net. Devin just couldn't get over there to put a blocker on it.
Grholskis got a block on two of them to keep him off his goaltender, but Russley could not move over to the near side. And it is a 1-0 hockey game here from Cornerstone.
All right, the Pirates are going to have a lot more opportunities. We've got 4 minutes left in this period. I see a lot of opportunities coming in for the Pirates. Maybe let's light a little fire under them and get them going.
Pirates sends one into the far side. They're going to get Piepenburg with an assist on the play. Voss, wrister, and Layton sees it the entire way, and he'll nab it with the left hand. And a face-off comes to the right of Layton at 4:32 left in the first.
Pirates are going to set up, get on the attack here, and see if we can bang one home.
For Gruber, that is his 12th goal of the year, 127th career point. Jarred free to Brunke. Pirates got to start putting some in forward, and they do!
Oh, and it's in!
Brunke in front, redirected off the back of maybe Will Lyons, and it's 1-1. This goal coming just 32 seconds later.
What a shot by Noah Brunke. Put it in. He put it right directly at the goalkeeper, and he did what he had to do. And Will Lyons was in front, and he managed to get a piece of it and redeflect it. I'm not sure he even knew he did it until he saw the puck in the net, but that ties it back up at 1 apiece for the Pirates.
1-1 we skate here in the first.
I think we're going to see a lot of those, Chris. The boys are flying all over the ice. There's going to be a lot of opportunities tonight.
Again, Coach Donahue's parents, Dennis and Jill, watching from Brooksville, Florida. Great to have you guys with us once again. These two coaching staffs, co-coaching staffs of the year for the conference. Trying to get past Rusley near side, and a tough angle from Capel, can't get to it. Deflected out. Mickish will send it down the length of the ice and a little too far. An icing will be called. 3:56. Clock will come to a rest here in the first period, and what all of a sudden has been real action-packed lately.
Well, boys are skating hard and fast, and the opportunities are going to come. Face off down in the Pirate zone. Glove side for Devon.
Joey Bonadonna, the student broadcaster from Notre Dame Academy, just came away from the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association student seminar today as a state's best radio broadcast of the year from his senior campaign.
Congratulations to Joey. I had the opportunity to listen to him do a Bayport Notre Dame basketball game this winter, and he does a really nice job. He's very good voice for the game and knows what he's talking about. Now, he's not a Cole or Aiden by any stretch, but not many people are.
Joey got to do Minnesota, Wisconsin men's hockey. He was the color man just a few weeks ago. Flanagan across the blue line, dumps it to the right. Rister comes in, kick out the pillow, rebound. Gerbitz misses Coughlin misses the near side post. Pirates try to counter to the right. Will Lyons plays one forward. Gilbertson picks it up for the Pirates on the near side half boards. He'll carry one low into the corner. Ante chipping at it for Notre Dame. Coach Gladwell. Ante continues with the puck, drops it in for McCarron, trying
Nice
to five-hole, kick it out.
Excellent save by Devon. He saw the play the whole way. Notre Dame player didn't have a chance.
We have two Twigs on the ice right now. Physical hockey game as we've played 14 minutes. We have 3 to go left in the first. Bayport pass up to Hilbert. Ryan trying to go around Piepenberg. And Brunke will retreat to his own blue line with possession. Try to play it up to Spetcher, gets it up to Mace. Between, trying to dangle around, loses it back to Hilbert, half-boards, throws it in front, snaps the stick of a Notre Dame player on the far side. Boy, there are a lot of sticks laying around in this one.
There's a lot of money.
Hilbert trying to go around. There's another one loose. Fahey between the rings. Loses it. He gets tied up, thrown in front. Blocked by Schock. Doesn't allow it on his own goaltender. Brunke to Stahl at the point. Fakes a clapper. Gets it near side to Fahey. His shot gets blocked by the skate of a defenseman. And then after all of that, McCarron comes away with it. He'll dump on goal for a line change, and we have 2 minutes left in the first. Coach Gladwell is there's going to be the game's first penalty. Hunter Bill is going to head to the sin bin on what was a pretty vicious, dirty hit, I must say.
We're either going to call it a charge or a rough. We'll see what the official wants to call.
And Hunter Bill will be the game's first guilty party. Coach Gladwell's watching from the bleachers of Germantown, the Rebars. Aaron is watching with Ty Fralick, tuned in from Madison.
I have to wait for the announcer to tell us what it was. He did not give a signal. But it is a penalty on Notre Dame. Faceoff should be outside the Pirate zone in the neutral ice.
Penalty will be on Bill. We'll hear what the official call is.
Oh, faceoff will be down in Notre Dame's end. Pirates will be on the power play for 2 minutes.
Was charging what the call was, or?
I'm not sure. He did not give a signal. My guess is what it was, but
That might have been one of the bigger hits I've ever seen with nobody. I mean, the puck was obviously not terribly far away, but the puck wasn't there at all.
no, he kind of got a pretty good run at him.
Michael Stahl went off holding his arm. Pirates starting defenseman. We'll see how that plays out. Voss has a far side. Pirates on the power play. Get it between the rings to Lyons. Will gets his stick tied up. Brunke at the point now. Near side wing. Pirates funnel it around with Sam Lyons into the corner. Get it to Mickish. Back to Sam, the captain. Drop one low to Mick. He's got it backhand. Trying to gain possession. Side of the cage. And both teams go chipping at it into the near side corner. Back to Sam Lyons now. 71 with patrol. He's got it on the half boards for Bayport. Funnel it back down to Mickish, deeper into the corner. Pirates trying to hold possession. They get it to Brunke just inside the blue line. Far side wing now. Get it to the half boards. Voss on his forehand. Back to Brunke just on the wing. Back to Voss on the goal line. Looking to facilitate. Throws an wrister. Blocked by the skates of defenseman, but held in nicely by Noah. 1 minute gone by in the power play. 50 seconds left in the period. The Tritons try to clear the zone, and they will as they wrap it off the glass and through. Pirates bring it back in off the line change. Sam Lyons' wrister that misses wide. Great tie-up by the Tritons there, and a wonderful poke check by Flanagan. 35 seconds before this period comes to a close. Pirates still 5-on-4 for another 45 of them.
Nick's got a good head of steam, brings the puck in, dumps it in deep behind the zone.
Brunke to hold the zone, plays it off the boards, trying to get it to Gilbertson in deep. Piepenburg's going to saucer one out, and he launches one the length of the ice. No icing when you are down a man. There's 15 seconds left in the period. See if Bayport gets one more run at it before the period comes to a close. Puck up to Spetcher. Mason, who's got family listening in. Shot in from Mace at the blue line. Fielded by the Tritons in behind their own net. 2 seconds left in the period, and that will expire the first period as Clinton Dana Spetcher watching from Maui. Aloha.
Boy, if they aren't in Florida, they're in Hawaii. Chris, we're doing something wrong.
Boy, a very fun first period that officially registers 11-8 shots on goal on the scoreboard. 11 for the Pirates, 8 for Notre Dame. And it's a 1-1 game.
That was a good contest in the first period. Boys skated hard going both ways. The Pirates didn't do anything different than what they don't normally do. Sometimes they get a little lax in their defensive zone, which gives up some shots. That not necessarily what you want to give up, but then Notre Dame does the same thing. So pretty much what we expected out of these two teams. Tied at 1 apiece and 2 periods to go and see what happens.
We'll step aside and take a break after 17 are complete. Pirates will be on the power play for 14 seconds when the second period begins, but it's 1-1 after 1. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey from the sectional final here at Cornerstone.
This is how I convinced my dad to go to NWTC. Every day, Dad would get home from work and be like, "Hey, honey." So I was like, "Dad, haven't you always told me I should go after my dreams?" And he said, "Well, of course." And I'm like, "Well, then why don't you?"
So that's what I did. I went to NWTC for design and graphic technology. Good thing dream jobs can happen at any age.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Sports bar after sports bar after sports bar. All the same, right? What makes Sanduzzi's so different? What makes Sanduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
When you're hurt, you shouldn't have to wait for care. You can be kept waiting for weeks at most healthcare organizations. But at OSMS, we prioritize you. I'm Dr. Jacob Seiler, orthopedic surgeon and physician owner at OSMS. I want you to get in and get treated with the highest quality of care so that you can get back to doing the things that you love. Don't wait. Come see one of our orthopedic physicians at our acute injury walk-in clinic where you can receive same-day orthopedic care, usually without a referral.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. a night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday, we want to thank you for your patronage. Town Line, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets, or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
First intermission here from Cornerstone, and it is a 1-1 hockey game that sees Bayport and Notre Dame all tied up in what has been an awesome atmosphere to start. If we gaze the crowd quickly, we have Notre Dame's band in the right corner. The seats are half full on the right, about 85-90% full all the way across. And on the left side, we're about 75% full. So it is an outstanding atmosphere here for the sectional final. We were at the first intermission.
Yeah, the Pirates got a lot of fans today. That was an interesting first period. We were just talking about the goal that Will Lyons scored, and we're all trying to figure out how it went in. And I think what happened is Noah Brunke let fly with a wrister, and he caught Will right in the middle of the back, and the puck kind of got stuck in his sweater. And as Will turned to look for the puck, it flew off his back and into the goal. And unfortunately for Notre Dame's goalkeeper, he was already moving with Will because he thought the puck was going into the corner as well. So good opportunity that the Pirates took advantage of, and I think we're going to see a few more of those opportunities as we move on.
For the Pirates, can you get another one by Jaski, right? He's given up just one goal in the first appearance, one in the second appearance. You're going to have to score multiple goals to beat this Notre Dame team because they have so much firepower offensively that you think you'd have to score probably 2, 3, maybe 4 goals.
One thing I noticed about Notre Dame is when they're under pressure, they skate faster, which is odd to see, but when they feel it and they got a goal, it's like they got another gear and they kick it up and they're flying up the ice, which puts the other team on the defense, and they're just trying to force an accident or something bad to happen.
So at the end of the first, we are tied by the score of 1-1. Penalties in that period. The only penalty that we have had was the Hunter Bill 2-minute minor at 15:14. Because that came in the last minute with a minute 46 remaining, that last 14 minutes of the penalty will start the second period. So Bayport will have fresh ice, but obviously that 14 seconds isn't much time, especially if Notre Dame can win the draw right away and return us back to even strength.
I think I saw the Pirates score a goal in 8 seconds earlier this season, Chris, so 14 seconds is plenty of time if they get control of the puck and go. I believe it was Nick Voss took it off the faceoff and wrapped it around and let it fly coming in over the blue line. So they do have lots of opportunities, and they got to make the best of them. Now they've skated a period. Now the coaches are in the locker room, and everybody's catching their breath, and they're going, all right, now we know what we got. Let's go.
First period comes to a close. We'll step aside here as we wrap up intermission here from Cornerstone. 1-1 your score. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey.
More than 100 years in business, thousands of construction projects, and priceless relationships for which we are eternally grateful. This is what Myron Construction was built on. For us, it's the relationships we've built that serve as the foundation for who we are as a company. As builders, we know that the construction process is just as important as the building itself. We pour energy into finding ways to make milestones special, whether it's a groundbreaking event or a ribbon-cutting ceremony. For most, building is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. At Myron, we make sure that these moments, both big and small, are celebrated. Our team thrives on bringing dreams to life, and we're looking forward to the next century of building excellence for our clients, partners, and the community. Building excellence isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Chrysler World of Abrams, your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting. Quality you can depend on. Chrysler World is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out. A full staff service and body department that'll work on all makes and models. Free estimates, a huge parts department. And they need cars. They'll buy any car, whether or not you purchase from them. Chrysler World of Abrams. Contact them. Follow them. Be sure to check them out.
Hey, Howard, Swamico area.
Alex and Danielle here with your local budget blinds. We know you're on a budget with both time and money, so we make it easy.
We come over with our free in-home consultation and free design services for blinds, drapes, and shutters. You pick what you want, we measure, and you get the quote before we leave. And to top that off, right now, get 25% off. We have financing available and lifetime warranties.
Blinds installed in a couple hours.
Now that's easy. Call now.
The freedom you've been searching for? We found it. It's on 2 wheels. Start your journey today at Vandervest Harley-Davidson of Green Bay.
Do you have any questions or comments? Get involved with the game. Tweet your questions and send your comments to Bayport Radio on Twitter at Voice of BP.
Tritons score first at 12:03. Pirate answers at 12:35. It's 1-1 as we get set for the second. Tony Ebling's watching from Houghton, watching the last Bantam games for Cash, sitting next to the Flanagans. Mike and Joanne Angle listening from Gainesville, Florida. Jacob Ward just got pinned in the state championship, so he'll go runner-up.
Oh, shucks.
Cole Krasnarich watching the game because he couldn't make it tonight.
Cole did a good job last night with Aiden doing the girls' game. They made it interesting and fun to listen to. The girls gave Fond du Lac all they could handle. They just weren't able to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, they had 3 cracks to tie it up, and they couldn't get a 3 to fall.
They were chucking them up from everywhere by multiple people.
So we'll switch to the second period on our scoreboard. See if we plug back in and hopefully retain battery life.
Both teams taking the ice again. Pirates coming out in their white unis and Notre Dame in their greens.
Coach Buchan's in-laws listening from the UP in Vulcan, Michigan. John and Deb Galino. Hope you guys are doing well up there. I'm assuming they got a little more snow than we did, right? The last officially, what was it, 10.8 inches they calculated?
Yeah, I don't know how they calculated it because in my yard I got 0 to 3 feet. So maybe if you level it out, you got 10 inches. I'm not sure.
We will drop puck at center. Capel to take it against Lions. And the draw will be taken by Notre Dame. Racing to get back to it is Voss. Bayport again, 5-on-4 for the first 14 seconds. Voss looking for somebody to crash, gets it to Stahl on the near side wing, throws it in front.
Nice
Blocker
shot.
to side by Jaschke. And back to 5-on-5 hockey we go. Mickish in the slot, throws in low, blocked by the diving McAtee. And the puck chipped out to the neutral ice, and now Capel's going to try to take it back to the right-hand third of the ice. Sam loses an edge into the far side corner. Brunke trying to chip at it. And the Tritons pass one right, stick was left, and it lead to a turnover, and Voss is going to race down in the corner to go after it.
Nick Voss made a good hustle play there. He just wasn't quite able to get there, but he did catch the Notre Dame player and pass him, so. Pirates getting a line change, getting some fresh legs on the ice. Fahey and Spetcher out there now. Gilbert keeping pressure on the Notre Dame team.
Hunter Bill back on the ice. He'll try to get to it. Stepping in front of him is Sellison. He'll be pushed up against the dasher, far side, where Fahey comes. Goal line, throws it low, and just trying to make a stop is Layton, and he will put a stop on it. 1:13 gone by here in the second period in a 1-1 hockey sectional final.
That's not a bad shot from there, Chris. If you can get it up about a foot and a half, 2 feet off the ice, the goalkeeper, when he's down like that, there's a gap between his ribs and the post, and a little luck and a little sniping, you can slid one right in there.
Amy Burns says go Pirates. Up in Horton, Tony Fralick and the Green Bay Bantam families watching along. Sure, future Pirates, maybe future Tritons up there from the Bantam level. McCarron tried to break out of the zone, but the puck was still in the half boards. Fortunately for him, Bayport only gets one pass later before they turn it over. Hilbert trying to play up to Spetcher, back to Ryan, turned over. Quinn Kazarek steps in front of a pass. He'll poke it to the half boards. Pirates trying to chip at it. It'll be Fahey to get it free. And it will go all the way down to the left-hand side. Mr. and Mrs. Chicky tuning in from home. Say hi, Mike.
Chiknovskis, that's nice to hear from them. Glad that they're able to listen to us today.
In front of the Bayport bench. McCarron gets tripped up. Spetcher trying to work around Bryce Dahl, and Bryce does a good job to stay underneath of Mason's stick. Shock stretch pass near side. Quitches Kazarek on a high tail through the zone.
Puck's going to come all the way around. It's going to go no icing all the way down. Here comes Connor Tignall on the fly.
Connor flies into the boards. Puck turned over. Connor throws it into the far side corner.
He's a scrappy little fella in there. He keeps digging. You got to like that.
Brunke trying to tap one forward. And we're going to have a penalty. And both of them are going to go in the box. That being Mickish and Coughlin.
And I think Mr. Coughlin just got himself an unsportsmanlike conduct. They got a hold on the Pirate player, and I believe Mr. Coughlin got an unsportsmanlike. We'll be skating 5-on-5.
2 minutes holding on Elliot Mickish at 14:21, so that's 2:39 into the period. So they're going to put a skating 5-on-5. They momentarily put 2 minutes on the board, but
yeah, they won't put anything on the board, Chris, because they wash out each other. So the Pirates will play 5-on-5, but Mickish and Coughlin cannot come out of the penalty box until after the 2 minutes is up, and the first stoppage after that 2 minutes.
Yeah, it could be 10 minutes before a stoppage, realistically.
That's right. Those two could be sitting there for quite a while. What started out as a 2-minute penalty might be 5.
Gilbertson trying to chip at it for gain control for Bayport, but coming away is Nathan Ante. Honorable mention all-conference defenseman is Ante. Capel with the backhand, throws it in front. Russley closes his legs and stops the puck from going 5-hole, but does give up the rebound. Centering pass. Gruber was there, but the puck just out of his reach to the left, and that will squirt all the way down to the left-hand third. 3.5 minutes gone by here in the second period, and what's a 1-1 sectional final. Winner advances to the WIAA state tournament, which for the first time will be being played at Suter Arena over in Middleton. No longer at the Coliseum.
Does the Coliseum still exist?
I think so, all those.
I'm not sure what it's called anymore.
Just the Alliant Energy Center?
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. The Merrick family listening from home after the Bobcats 10UB team had 2 big wins today on this rink.
Good to see the kids out here today. They got a youth tournament going on this weekend, so I see a few of them hung around to watch this game. There's a whole front row of them sitting right at the red line in front of us.
From Scottsdale, Arizona, Jelly Paycheck. Shock trying to dig it out of the corner for Notre Dame. Drew will end up getting one to Flanagan. Up ice, squirts through the legs of Ian Noble Jr. forward for Notre Dame, and Bayport's able to send it back into the zone. We approach the 12.5 minutes to play here in the second.
Ooh, they got lucky there. Sullivan made a nice play to save it, but boy, if he'd have missed it, they'd have been have one on the goalkeeper.
Selson turns it over. It'll be Gerbitz near side. Joseph, finalist for the Adam Burish Award for the unsung hero of a team throughout the state of Wisconsin. Line change, and Fahey's got ahead of steam, a chance to get to it. He just took a terrible angle.
He instead of taking him to head it off the pass, he chased it down, and he just couldn't get there in time.
Rister comes in, and it's going to be right in front of the defenseman, so shielding his own goaltender's eyesight a little bit is Griholskis, but the save was made by Rusley anyways.
Devin had himself squared up in that guy pretty good. He had his angles cut down, came out the top of the crease, and didn't give him a whole lot of room to shoot at.
Face off to the left of Devin. That would be his glove side. From the neutral ice area.
Gilbert with the puck coming up the near side boards. The far side boards. Pokes it out, looking for somebody to pass it to. Notre Dame regains control of it, and they're breaking it up out of the zone. Coming in over the center ice, centering pass, broke up by Hilby. Connor Tignall works it up to Aiden Fahey. The Pirates are going to get a line change. Notre Dame's got the puck back in their zone. They're going to try to get it up as fast as they can. A broken stick on the ice. Glove save. Devin made a dandy glove save on that one. Saw it all the way. Good time for a stoppage. Pirates were in a little disarray at that moment.
Make sure we got cameras okay as we switch in and out. 1-1 here in the second. 11 minutes even to go in period number 2. Bryson Christensen watching along. Denise DeBaker-Smith. Marcus Niemi watching from his dorm in Bemidji.
That's cold.
Kurt Barnes, Sue Wright watching with us.
Although Marcus is probably in the only warm place in Bemidji.
Puck roll in, and then a pile up through the crease.
Notre Dame player tried to see if he could push it through Devin, and that didn't work so well for him. And then he had a couple of Pirates come down on top of him, and that didn't work any better for him either.
Will Lyons trying to stick one up to Voss. He'll get tied up. And goes to Will Lyons. Nice job by Piepenberg to tie up Sticks. Lost into the near side half boards. Pirates try to center it, but first they have to fetch it out of the left corner.
Oh, Nick Voss needs to stay out of there. They already got 2 Pirates in that corner. Putting a third one in there does not do any good.
Sellison trying to throw one. Hunter Bill gets his shins in the way. Pass forward. Coming out of it will be Drew Schock trying to play one up to Hunter Bill. And Auger-Halskus trying to stretch pass near side. Pirates trying to break into the zone. Selson, chance to line up a slap shot. That's exactly what he will do. Paddled in behind net. And back to Selison. Same shot. Gives to Lyons. Throws it a wrister. Rebound given up off the face mask of Jaschke. Pirates come away with it. Mickish trying to dump one in behind for Selison. Piepenberg trying to slap it all the way around the rounded edges. Voss with it. Looking to pass. Nick with it. Continues with it. Nick still dancing around. And lose it to the near side half boards. Sometimes you just got to pass the puck a little more often instead of holding on to it.
Yeah, they're hanging on to it too much, and they're not lifting their head up, looking to the center.
Lyons trying to throw one in. His stick got tied up again, and Notre Dame will rip one down the length of the ice for. Ice is going to be waved off because, again, Russley plays it out of net. We had that on Tuesday's game where he did that. Not a wise decision. Rebound given up off the Tignall shot. Kick out the right pillow again for Layton. Near side. Puck between the rings after Bayport another look at it. Tignall pushed up against the boards. Finally by the Tritons taken out of the zone. Brunke and Gruber get into it. Now it's Brendan with a saucer pass near side. Rebound kick out by Coughlin's attempt. Russley keeps us 1-1 with 8:35 to play here in the second.
Devin up to the test there. Did a nice job keeping his body square.
Puck sent the length of the ice, and we will have a stoppage the exact halfway point of the second. As Gary Sievert has eyes on the game.
Mr. Sievert.
The commish.
The commish has been around for a long time. I won't age him, but back in my youth, he was an excellent biology teacher.
Joseph Kleba watching in from Panama City, Panama.
Notre Dame trying to figure out what they're going to do. Pirates decide to, are we taking a timeout? Looks like somebody's taking a timeout, Chris.
Just a Bayport timeout taken?
I'm not sure who called it, but a lot of mingling and wandering around out there before somebody decided to call something.
The Rickles having a party, and they are watching from the Chula Vista Resort.
Oh, Notre Dame's goalkeeper had an issue with his helmet. They had to do a little quick equipment repair on it. But that's what the stoppage was about.
Emma's watching from the Chula Vista. The Jocks crew watching from the Dells. I see Jerry over there. Jesse, Melissa. Great to have you all with us here for the WIAA sectional final. One of these teams is going to go to state. These two teams ranked majority of the year 1 and 2 in the entire state of Wisconsin. They play here 1 and 2 in the sectional. McCarron throws it in. Kick out the right leg again. Russley makes a stop.
Devin is playing probably the best game I've seen him play all season. He's really on focus and really at the task today.
Spetcher with Hilbert on his left. Dahl pushes him towards the boards out of the center of the ice. Hilbert jarred free from the puck momentarily. Redirected across the front of the crease. Now a stretch pass up to McCarron. And a great poke check by Michael Stahl to get it back. Hilbert dancing through near side blue line. Drops it off to Will Lyons on the half boards. Throws into the point and it gets deflected. And Pirates can't keep it in the zone, so they retreat. Back with Noah Brunke to play it up. Looking for Nick Voss. Instead it goes to Gilbertson. Sam Lyons, or rather Will Lyons, 77 trying to get to it. And the result in possession gained by Notre Dame. And they'll try a stretch pass up to James Flanagan.
Delayed offsides on Notre Dame. Cleared the zone, but puck went back in on a deflection.
And the Pirates give that opportunity away as they'll get called for an icing at 7 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second. If you are past the red, you have to cross the red line before you can dump one down the length of the ice. If you are behind the red line, meaning you throw it more than half the distance of the rink, that is when icing is called. 1-1, second period, 7 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second. Face off to left of Russley again as he sees the draw. One, Gerbert's trying to get one, two, Coughlin, and he gets hit and knocked off of the puck. Pirates try to rush to the left side. And then they have a near giveaway at the neutral ice area right in front of the scores table. Notre Dame sends one down. Arm is up for an icing, and we will have an icing call at 6:53. When you get called for icing, it means the puck comes down for a face-off right next to your own goaltender. In college and pros, you cannot make a line change on icing. In high school, most teams, they ice it because they're exhausted and they just want to get off.
Yeah, they're looking for an opportunity to get a line change. I do like that rule. It keeps the flow of the game going. But then you usually see in the college and the pros that as soon as that puck's dropped, they're jumping over the boards and switching up anyhow. So
Hunter Bill trying to dance through the neutral ice area. Poke checked away. Chris Grihalskis, he'll jar it free off of his stick, but Brendan Gruber comes away with it. Gets it to the blue line, held in by Schock, another former Bayview student. His sister, I believe, is an 8th grader this year at the middle school in the Howard Swamco School District.
you do a better job than I do. I can't even keep track of my own kids.
Well, I know. Jake tells me all the time.
Well, I know where he's at. I got a tracking device on him.
Tritons trying to set up possession inside the zone. Right-hand third of the ice as we watch on. We approach 6 minutes to play here in the second period. Tignall gets pushed from behind. Thought maybe a slash or cross-check could have been called there, but we continue and Bryce Dahl can't hold the zone.
The Notre Dame player was pretty slick. He just put his stick on the back of Connor's skates and gave it a push.
Shot off the post from Gilbertson.
Rang the crossbar. That was a beautifully set up play. Gilbertson had a real nice shot at it. He's just about an inch too high.
Coach Lutke watching from the Dells. The Russells watching as well. 1-1 we skate. We approach 5 minutes to play here in the second period. Dahl from in behind his own net. And Brunke can't hold the zone. Race to it. It'll be Gilbertson to try to get to it first. He tries to kick it out, then backhand up ice. Instead, it's a turnover, and Sam Capel comes through. Walks it to Quinn Kazark onto his forehand. Quinn, the near side half boards. Pushed up against the glass, stripped of the puck, and he'll come out with Nick Voss. Nick played for Notre Dame his freshman year, which was always a concern. Now an odd man rush. Flanagan trying to get it near side to McEntee. Stop! Coming over from right to left is Rusley, and he keeps us 1-1. We'll freeze it. 4:42 in the second.
Devin knew what was coming. You could see he was making his move across the ice to pick up the trailing wing. And fortunately for him, the Notre Dame player just didn't get a lot on that shot. He kind of butterflied it into him. But Devin had that one all played out, set up the whole way.
That was the defenseman slowing the puck down just enough to help Devin out in that situation.
And offsides on Notre Dame. They couldn't get the zone cleared in time. Tell the boys are starting to get a little tired. They're starting to rest on their knees a little bit more. Aiden Fahey with a nice job from the knees, dumping it in the zone. Mason Spetcher putting the pressure on. Hopefully we can get something rolling here. We got an icing. Notre Dame tried to get a fast one coming out of their zone, and nobody could get a stick on it. Theirs or ours. So it went the length of the ice. And they'll have a face-off down on the glove side of Notre Dame's goalkeeper on the left. See, the Pirates can get a quick draw and put one home. They're going to roll the center out from Bayport. Elliot Mickish couldn't get set, so we kick Sam Lyons out of the face-off.
Brunke holds it inside the blue line. Tignall on the near side half boards.
Connor Tignall hustling down in that corner. Those are the guys you love. They get in that corner and they dig and they work. If I was Elliot Mickish, I'd be buying that kid a soda after every game. It makes him look awful good digging that puck out of the corner.
Switchback cameras. Puck brought in with Gerbitz throws one off the skate of Bayport senior captain Sam Lyons. Sam into today with 59 career goals and 141 points, which according to the records that we have found would be good. Both numbers for second most in school history. Coughlin. He is going to put maybe some head contact to Stahl. Nope, play continues. And Michael Stahl's been rudely greeted on the ice a couple times today now, as well as stoppage at 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Gay family and the best neighbors ever, the Robinson family, listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey as they play here against Notre Dame Academy. 3:27 to play here in the second period.
Mr. Coughlin did not care for the attention he received in the corner. Decided to use his stick and kind of poked one of the Lions boys. I didn't see which one. Now the officials are meeting together down below, having a little discussion about it, see if there's anything there to call. My best guess is that we let it go, we chalk it up for experience, and let the boys play.
We have stayed generally quiet from penalties. Hunter Bill had the 2-minute minor in the first, where Bayport's officially 0 for 1 on the power play. Then we had the penalties that were over the top of each other. They did put a 5 on for Sam Lyons on the scoreboard. And a game misconduct means Sam Lyons is headed to the showers.
Not sure what that was for.
And for the Bayport senior captain, which could be the last time you skate, he is pleading his case right now, and Coach Buchan is trying to get an explanation. So in a 2-minute minor penalty, for those of you who may not be regular hockey fans, a 2-minute minor means that once you score, the power play is over. 5-minute major, you could score 30 times, but they're going to run the entire 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm guessing, because I didn't hear what the official said, but I believe that Mr. Lyons got a major penalty for what occurred down along the boards where we couldn't see it. And then with the major comes either a game or a misconduct. Now, I didn't see him go off the ice. They called him back, so I'm hoping he only got a misconduct out of it, not a game misconduct. But either way, he did get a game. He is done. Sam is done. So, unfortunately for Sam, that means he's done this game, and he'll be done, if the Pirates make it to state, he will be done the first game of state as well. So I'm not sure what the penalty was, but they gave him a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for it.
So face-off in the Bayport end. And it's going to be a 5-minute major penalty. Notre Dame will have 5 minutes, or Bayport's going to be down a man. This is going to be a tough scenario. Sam Capel drags around one, throws it in front, stopped by the skates of the defenseman Ian Sellison.
Well, the Pirates are going to have to be smart here because they don't want to, I know they want to keep the pressure on Notre Dame, bringing the puck up and down, but they don't want to give up any position either. They got to keep their head.
Piepenberg to bring it into the zone in the far side corner. He'll stop on a dime, drop it off for Drew Schock. Near side to Capel, and the sophomore drop it into the corner. Both players played for the Junior Gamblers as freshmen. Junior Gamblers are no more, so they both play now for Notre Dame Academy. Off the back glass, rebound. Flanagan throws it in front and sticks clash. Puck chipped out. First 54 seconds is gone. Pirates try to chip it up, and now Mickish will send it the length of the ice. 2:20 left in the second period. It's 1-1 score.
Pirates hustle off to get a line change and get some fresh legs up on the ice.
Toe drag by Gruber. Pirates again trying to send it out. Ante holds it inside the blue line. 3.5 minutes yet. Notre Dame power play. Rister in front, blocked by Bayport Elliot Mickish.
Elliott ate that one, which was awesome to see him sacrifice himself.
Brunke trying to get out of the zone, held in by Coggan, thrown in front, tipped over the crossbar by Gruber, just a couple inches high, and we continue on. McGinty at the point, and he loses the blue line himself. The puck has to be the first thing across the blue line. That's why always, if the puck goes out, everybody else has to come out.
Elliot Mickish keeping pressure on him. He gets off the ice for a line change. Nick Voss replaces him. Nick's going to pick him up at the blue line.
And Bayport will flutter one down the length of the ice. 74 ticks of the clock until this period comes to a close. We still have 2 minutes and 40 seconds yet on the 5-minute game misconduct on Bayport's Sam Lyons. And now it's going to be Brunke with pressure from Flanagan. Go with the backhand, near side post, and Noah, he plays defense.
Yes, he was being an offensive defenseman, which you love to see.
Kiepenberg, stick lifted, pushed into the corner by Brunke. Bayport's Tignall trying to slap one down, and he's able to do so.
Pirates going to get a line change, get a fresh defenseman out there.
35 seconds left. The puck's just left free, and Gilbertson's going to go push it up against the glass.
That's a heads-up play by Gilbertson.
Zero intentions to play it other than just hold it up against the boards.
That kills time for the Pirates. That's what they need to do.
23 seconds left in the period. Schock pushed towards the corner. Selson lost his stick. 13 seconds left before this period expires. Capel being harassed by Will Lyons. Now Will's going for it. Arm is up for a hooking, and we are going to have a 2-minute minor on Sam Capel because of the hustle from Will Lyons. So 3 seconds are left in this period. We'll have a face-off next to the Notre Dame goaltender. There's only 1:36 on the 5-minute major, and because of this 2-minute minor, Bayport officially has killed off all 5 minutes.
Sort of.
Well, they can't score a power play goal in this situation. We're going to go to 4-on-4.
We're on 4-on-4 now, yep. So the Pirates still have a penalty for 1:36 regardless of who scores. So they'll play 4-on-4. And the Pirates score, Notre Dame will get their player back. If Notre Dame scores, the Pirates do not get their player back.
Face off to left of Jaschke. Pirates see what they can drop in 3 seconds here.
Got time for a draw and a one-timer from the point.
And puck into the corner. That will expire the period. Brunke with the slap. And that is the end of the second. We skate 1-1. Boy, that was a huge kill of the 5.
They sure did. They did it all by hustle. There's no doubt about that. The Pirates were doing everything they could to keep the pressure on Notre Dame and keep them from getting set up in the offensive zone. So be curious to see what Sam got his penalty for. But obviously with the game misconduct, he's done for the rest of this game, and he will be done for the first game at state if the Pirates do make it that far.
Shots on goal registered. Bayport leading at 19-16, meaning that period was 8-8. And we're going to step aside and take a break. From Cornerstone Community Ice Center, it's a 1-1 hockey game. We'll have a third period in 10 minutes. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey.
Hi, Rick Chernick from Camera Corner. Our offerings reach far beyond the cameras and computers on our retail floor. Camera Corner has assisted businesses and organizations in our great community with their technology needs for over 50 years. We have a team of engineers who can design a full-scale solution to meet any challenge you have and bring your vision to life, as well as deploy, install, maintain, and support you well into the future. LED walls, video walls, are the hottest new product. You're seeing them inside and outside of buildings. Talk to our team today. With experts in IT security, networking, AV, physical security, managed services, and phones, Camera Corner can provide your organization with a comprehensive solution. Whether you're in the market for a new camera, computer, or phone, or you are a business leader looking to upgrade your conference rooms to a Teams or Zoom room, Camera Corner is eager to offer a helping hand.
At Bellin Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Glory, greatness, legend. Get the best at Vandervest Harley-Davidson. We've got the largest selection of new and pre-owned bikes in the Green Bay area and beyond. Sportsters, Softails, Street Glides, touring bikes, trikes, and more. Iconic Harley-Davidsons, plus award-winning Circle of Excellence service. Genuine Harley-Davidson parts and motor clothes that move. Look for the Big Log Cabin at 1966 Velp Avenue. Vandervest Harley-Davidson, Green Bay's destination dealership for everything Harley-Davidson.
When you're hurt, you shouldn't have to wait for care. You could be kept waiting for weeks at most healthcare organizations, but at OSMS, we prioritize you. I'm Dr. Jason Klein, orthopedic surgeon and physician owner at OSMS. I want you to get in and get treated with the highest quality of care so that you can get back to doing things you love. Don't wait. Come see one of our orthopedic physicians at our acute injury walk-in clinic, where you can receive same-day orthopedic care, usually without a referral.
Hey, Howard Swamico area.
Alex and Danielle here with your local budget blinds. We know you're on a budget with both time and money, so we make it easy.
We come over with our free in-home consultation and free design services for blinds, drapes, and shutters. You pick what you want, we measure, and you get the quote before we leave. And to top that off, right now, get 25% off. We have financing available and lifetime warranties.
Blinds installed in a couple hours.
Now that's easy. Call now.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
Second intermission from Cornerstone Community Ice Center. We are at the Tim Coughlin rink, Hilliard at Wires Arena. Colin Piaskowski with us. There's camera operator, also Craig Bowen. I'm Chris Learman, joined by Michael Plummer here for the commentary throughout this one, as it is a 1-1 hockey game after 2 periods.
The Pirates did a real nice job killing off that 5-minute major. They still have a minute 33 left on it, but their efforts did not go unnoticed, and because of their efforts, Notre Dame player, I believe it was number 8, Sam Capel, put a hook on Will Lyons and pulled him down and got himself a 2-minute penalty. So when the Pirates come into the third period, they'll be skating 4-on-4.
And that'll be for minute 33. So Bayport officially could have 24 seconds to be a man up. But now you're going to probably change up your lines a little bit. How do you switch that? Do you put Will up a line to switch out for his brother Sam, but now you're taken away from your second line? And as the game gets closer towards the end, you already cut it down to 2 lines, maybe a third very occasionally. It'll be interesting.
I think what you end up doing is you leave all your lines the same, and then you bring somebody up from the third or the fourth line and put it on the line where Sam was at. You can move one of your wings over to play center and move another player into that position, but I'm not a big fan of switching up all the lines just to replace one player. That throws all your uniformity out on your other lines.
So it'll be interesting how the Pirates shake things up. We're still tied after all that Shots on goal are 19-16 in favor of Bayport. But we will step aside as we get set for the third period here from Cornerstone. Winner goes to state. We've got another 17 minutes left in regulation. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey.
Sports bar after sports bar after sports bar. All the same, right? What makes Anduzzi's so different? What makes Anduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
Chrysler World of Abrams, your #1 dealership with a veteran staff in all departments. 10 years experience and counting. Quality you can depend on. Chrysler World is your top dealer in customer satisfaction and sales satisfaction year in and year out. A full staff service and body department that'll work on all makes and models. Free estimates, a huge parts department. And they need cars. They'll buy any car, whether or not you purchase from them. Chrysler World of Abrams. Contact them. Follow them. Be sure to check them out.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
At Myron, we're building excellence.
I'm a people person.
I'm a movie buff.
I'm a data wizard.
It's time to thrive in a career you love and soar higher with NWTC,
where you can excel in a flexible, career-focused program that fits you,
what you enjoy doing, and how you want to learn. Whether that's in person or online, it all starts at NWTC. Soar higher with us.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
We skate 4-on-4 for the first minute and 33 seconds.
Got a text from Brad Tilke. He's listening to us, watching a good hockey game, but he said he's listening to a great one. I would be surprised. I thought he'd be down in Tennessee watching Jet pitch. Jet was player of the week last week for Belmont. He's been coming in as a reliever late in the game.
Is that kind of what his reliever, you think?
Yeah.
Is he going to get stretched out as a starter at all?
I think right now that's where they're going to use him as a reliever. I would like to see him get stretched out to maybe being a middle reliever. He's got the arm strength, the body size for it. He throws gas like there's nobody's business. So, but he's got a good coach down there in AJ Gora, who been around for a while and knows his stuff. AJ being a Bayport alum and was an excellent pitcher for the Pirates. So I saw Jet pitch one game end of last week, where he came in and he struck out the side on 9 pitches. So that's pretty tough to beat. The big contingent of the Hilbert family here tonight. Kind of easy to pick them out when they all wear their kids' jerseys.
All wear the 39s. Get to people who are messaging in. From Lady Lake, Florida, Pat and Dennis DeBush. Great to have you. Great to have you with us tonight.
Greg Bookinger's here. I'm not sure if he's here in an official capacity or if he's here as a fan.
Charlie Newman tuning in from Vic, Iceland.
Wow.
Is that Grant's?
You got
brother, right?
Good God.
We're in a couple different countries today.
Oh,
Tim and Lynn Nemi watching from Hayward. Tim just finished the Kortelepet, which is the half Birkebeiner race yesterday. 29 kilometers. Took him 3 hours and 53 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tim, you deserve to put your feet up and watch this one.
Yes, from somewhere warm.
Hayward's not exactly that, but.
Oh, well, neither is Bemidji.
Right.
Look where.
Yeah, who's in worse shape right now?
Yeah.
Went to the Nemes.
I'm beginning to wonder about that family. Most people go to Florida, Hawaii.
You can see that every single one of the kids played hockey, right?
Yeah.
All right, we might have to man the camera here for a second, and we're going to switch cameras.
Looks like the officials are got a little bit of a wet spot down in the Notre Dame corner of the rink, looking for a squeegee they can clean the puddle up with a little bit. Ice isn't quite set up yet. If that round biscuit hits that wet spot, it's going to stop on a dime.
Again, at Voice of BP, if you want to tweet at us, comment on the Facebook stream, send us a note, get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you.
The officials just need to be patient for a few seconds, let the ice set up, and be good to go. Pirates getting some stretch in, get a little hop in their step, and they'll be, as soon as the puck's dropped, I think they'll be fine.
Mike Braun messaging in. We understand that the cameras are different, but we have to switch cords at times. So we'll try to stick with one, but at occasions we do have to make the change.
So when you have your golf outing this summer, Chris, there's an opportunity to raise some funds for a camera for the.
We'll try it. We'll try it this year. July 28th. The Kirstens watching from the Gamblers game. They just did the teddy bear toss. The Nemi twins are watching in Madison. Ice Bears made it to state. They played at 1 o'clock in Fond du Lac earlier, and Tanya and Nicole, alums from there. Johnny Sampa's watching from work. Black Sheep Pub and Grill, the Herber family.
Let's go back to that watching from work.
Johnny.
Oh, that's right. Johnny can do that.
I think one of his bosses is here, right? I think he works for Fox 11 right now.
Yeah, Johnny can do that then. He can get away with that.
Fresh 17 minutes. And we will be able to flip-flop cameras here. And the puck will be controlled by Piepenburg. So 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and 25 more seconds. As Mickish will take it for Bayport, get pushed into the boards right in front of the Notre Dame Academy bench. And a puck back to Michael Stahl, and Stahl will play one up to Piepenburg. Pushed forward off of the body of Mickish. It'll be Voss with a shot in front of him.
Hey!
And an even strength 4-on-4 goal from Nick Voss. It's Bayport 2-1.
Beat him on the shorts, beat him on the backside. He came cutting across the slot, got almost all the way to the far faceoff circle before he let it rip. And he got it behind the goaltender from Notre Dame.
Well, Schock tried to step in front, but Voss is able to bury it anyways.
That was just pure power there, Chris. He was strong enough to skate through the fight and then still get the puck on the
And we
goal.
stay 4-on-4 because it's considered a even strength.
Correct.
Even though there are penalties on the board because they're on for both sides. And that should have been a hook or high stick called on McInty, but It's not going to be called as such. Puck brought in the zone by Michael now on a head of steam, and he's going to lose an edge to the far side corner. Pirates have the lead. A minute gone by here in the third. We're going to switch over to the third period on the scoreboard. McCarron stops in the far side. Trying to throw it across. Backhand. No chances taken by the Pirates. And they'll send one down. 20, they're going to call it an ice. They're going to say that Bayport was not across the center line when they sent that down. So because it's 4-on-4, that will be called an icing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why it's still 4-on-4, Chris, but the Notre Dame penalty should have come off the board, but obviously it doesn't, and we'll skate 4-on-4 for the...
No, because it's 4-on-4, right? It should stay up there?
Yeah, but they were not coinciding penalties. They didn't happen at the same time. It was a major earlier, and then the minor came after that. So, but it's been a while since I've put the stripes on, so I will not question what those guys are calling.
I'm Chris Learman. Michael Plummer, our color, a 25-year official for the sport of hockey. Notre Dame into the corner. Now it's the Pirates on the power play. And Mickers is going to retreat. They're going to be on the power play for just 10 more seconds. Selson, stretch pass. Grhalskis, get it to Mickers, bring it into the zone. Eli goes, kick out by the left leg of Jaschke, and the rebound right between the rings. Fortunately for Notre Dame, a player in a green sweater was the closest one there. Puck tipped up. Hunter Bill gets it around one. He'll put pressure on Capel across the face of goal, and Bill can't get to it. And then the puck sent in on the Bayport goaltender. And we will have a save made by Russley. 14:49, 2:11 has elapsed.
Devin did a real nice job with that because it was coming in like a butterfly, and it was hard to, it's like a knuckleball, and they're hard to get in front of, and they're hard to stop. And he did a real nice job keeping his eye on it and watched it right into his glove.
Rister whiffed on by Bill. Puck is loose in front of the crease. Russley is going to be able to find it, and he will make the stop. The Cornellis watching in from Florida with us. 5-on-5 we skate. 14.5 minutes to play in the third period. Bayport has a 2-1 lead. Sam Lyons got a 5-minute game misconduct in the second. So not only is Bayport without Lyons for the game, their captain would be out next game as well, but they're trying to get through this shift at the moment. Mickish able to squirt it across the line momentarily. And again, Stahl gets hit hard. Brunke from back in his own zone. He'll try to circle around. Send it up to the neutral ice, and it will go the length of the ice. Jen Atkin watching along. Marion Don are watching from Howard. Great to have you with us. Jerome Allen's watching. The Rickles, too. Puck with Mason Spetcher, and the ice is slippery. I don't know if you'd want to go out there in your shoes right now, Michael, but...
No, I think you'd end up on your backside in a hurry. And I got enough problems staying on my feet, so we don't need to put ice involved with it either. That typically happens when they have fresh surface of ice. It's a little greasier than it is once they get it chewed up. I think you wait another couple of minutes and the sliding and falling will go away in a pretty big hurry.
550 hot dogs served today at the softball team fundraiser for Dennis DeBusch. That's a good day.
That's a good day. It's a lot of hot dogs.
Well, Troy must have been there, right? Coughlin's going to take a turnover, dance around top of the dot, throwing in front, off of Grhalskis' skates, poked out by Fahey off the glass. Top with Grhalskis. He'll just send it up to the neutral ice area and back to their own zone. It'll be Dahl and Notre Dame to retreat and pick it up. with Harris, the sophomore defenseman. Sellison loses it to Will Lyons. Dumps it into the far side corner, and Will's going to go give chase. Lose it. Dahl. Stick lift by Will. Pushed up against the glass is Fahey. Coming away with it for the moment will be Coughlin, playing on his dad's rink, named after Tim, head coach for a long time now for St. Norbert College. Dahl works around one, throws one from a very tough angle off with the shoulder of the Bayport goaltender. Rustley didn't give much to shoot at, and it's going to be redirected into the netting over the glass. Stoppage coming, 12:35 to play here in the third.
Notre Dame seems to be taking it to the Pirates a little bit this period. They're putting the pressure on. They're a little crisper with their passes. The Pirates have got to regroup here quickly, or they're going to finding themselves in trouble.
The Tony's family, Tina, listening in from Swamico. Former Bayport hockey mom. Class of 16 was Tony. Colin, inside, a hook is going to be called, and we might have a penalty shot or a slashing call. Mickish breaking in with the goaltender. He had him beat, but the penalty caused him to lose the puck. Are we going to have a penalty shot, or is it just going to be a power play coming?
I think we're just going to see the power play. Yep, just a power play. He's going to call a penalty shot. He didn't quite have a clear breakaway. The Notre Dame player was trailing on his hip.
There will be a 2-minute minor on Cade McCarron at 4:20 or 4:37.
Wonder how Tina's doing with her newly retired husband Scott. I wonder if he's drove her nuts yet.
Also from Menominee Falls, Bob Tila. Face off to the right of Jaschke. Bayport's got a 2-1 lead. They're going to have a 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. See if they are able to take advantage. They are 0 for 2, a man up. And immediately off the face-off draw win, Jaschke has to make a left leg save. Brunke at the point. Plays it to Spetcher, far side half boards, gets it to Brunke, near side wing. Voss going to try to wind one up. Nope, goal line, give and go, pass in front. Trying to go from Mickish, a one-time pass to Will Lyons. Possession continued for the Bayport Pirates.
This is where you're going to miss Sam, because he's an important part of the power play. And now you've got to replace him. They've got Mason Spetcher out there taking his spot.
Spetch on the wing, gets it to Brunke at the point, on his forehand, near side to Voss. Trying to throw in a little wrister, and Leighton sees it the entire way. He'll nab it out of the air. 34 seconds elapsed from the 2-minute minor. 11:49 on the third period clock.
Pirates keeping pressure on. They're doing a nice job working the puck around. So they have to take advantage of this opportunity.
Step through, trying to get to it is Mickish. Will Lyons playing it back to the wing. Possession for Bayport yet. Noah Brunke gets it far side. Diamond defensively for Notre Dame. Voss trying to feed it low to Mickish, trying to work through a 5-hole of the goaltender, but Jaschke stops it. Mickish takes it back on a poke check. Steals it right away. Ante trying to flutter one down the length of the ice, and he is successful in doing so. Sends one all the way to the left. First minute has expired, as Bayport will still stay up a man.
Notre Dame gets line change, gets fresh set of legs on the ice.
Gilbertson
goes what they had.
Loses the puck of the blue line, but he'll carry him to Voss. He'll carry it back to Gilbertson, looking for a guy in the slot. Will Lyons can't get it there. Brunke sticking with it. Sellison now, top of the faceoff dot. Puck interrupted, bending to the near side, and Voss can't tap the bouncing biscuit. Free to the near side faceoff dot, and Flanagan with possession. He'll deke around one to the neutral ice area. 18 seconds before we return to even strength. And Brunke is going to retreat behind his own net. Drop it off for Aiden Fahey. 4 seconds left. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 2-1 your score. Great to have you with us watching on the YouTube stream or Facebook. Perhaps pulling us up on the big screen on your smart TV. Shot comes in from Hilbert, redirected off the stick of a defenseman. Pirates with possession, shifting around the far side half boards. Coughlin trying to gain possession of it. Notre Dame play one back to Bryce Dahl in behind his own netminder. Bryce comes free with it into the far side corner, looking to shift one up ice. He will, up and out. It'll be on target, though, so icing will be waved off. And the save will have to be made by Devin Russley, Bayport's goaltender. 9:54 on the clock here in the third period. Bayport has scored twice, And so far, we've had one from Notre Dame. Doug Santelli's listening from work. I think that's the thing to do for alumni, apparently.
I guess. I wish I had a job like that.
Sectional final winner goes to State. Top 2 teams in the state. Going at it right now here in the sectional final. Brunke slaps one around. Bayport trying to get out of the zone, but it's held in very nicely by McCarran. Stahl dumps it back to Tignall. Connor out of the near side corner. He'll try to play one forward. He does. Icing's going to be waved off. Jasky's going to have to reach to his left. Makes the save, and we will have a stoppage again. 9:37 on the clock.
Just got a text from Mr. Frieder and wanted to appreciate his in-laws putting up with him. They said it's the best we've ever sounded. And then he realized the sound wasn't on the TV and he was listening with the volume off. Smart TV, Mr. Frieder. Smart TV.
Nick Voss scored the latest Bayport goal. Will Lyons had the first one. Before those was a Brendan Gruber goal for Notre Dame Academy. It's a 2-1 game. Jill Botch watching with us. Leo Lesh, Benji Cabot, Mitch Gauthier, and Jody DeLong-Mickish. Great to have you all with us. Bayport Pirate hockey against Notre Dame here in the sectional final. Gerbitz plays one to Flanagan. Big slapper, and Coughlin can't get the rebound. He's almost too tight to the net on that situation.
He had a nice chance at it, but so did Mr. Flanagan, who was standing right on the doorstep.
Puck played by Anti, and it will go down. Icing's going to be waved off. Brunke trying to play it up ice. Gilbertson misses the puck, so it stays in possession with Notre Dame, and a miss hit by McEntee. They had a chance to break in 4-on-2. He will now in the middle of the blue line, though. Throws in a wrister, deflected as his stick gets tied up. Shot from a near impossible angle near side corner. Stopped by Russley again. And now Will Lyons with 5 Notre Dame players around him. He's going to take possession and then skate around, dump it into the corner. Look for some help out of number 10, Connor Tignall, a Bay Harbor sailor. Schock playing one to a teammate. Gets it to Capel, and he's jarred free from the puck. Bayport trying to catch Notre Dame in a line change. Great feed to Hunter Bill from Piepenburg. Keeps it low, and putting the stick low is Russley. And at that angle, he elevates the puck on the deflection into the netting. A face-off coming next to Bayport's goaltender. 8:13 third period. It's still at 2-1.
I think the Pirates are going to win and die, lose and die, or live and die, whichever, with Devin in the net. He's keeping them in this game right now. They've got to mount some offense here and keep the pressure down in Notre Dame's end for a while.
Maya Edwards tweeted in that the Edwards family watching in from Richfield, Wisconsin. Face-off next to Russley. He peers from the near side post over his right shoulder as players from both squads trying to gain possession of the puck in the corner. Nick Voss gets to it for the Pirates. Again, turnover at the blue line, picked up by Piepenburg. One man in front, dishes it far side, across the face of goal, and the puck gets jarred free. Kozarek passes it, and nobody on the doorstep to tap it home, and the net gets jarred free.
He took that one way too deep, and he did not have himself a chance at all, and did the best he could, try to flip it across the crease, and nobody was there to help.
Missy Hiska watching on the Smart TV in Swamico. Bob and Zoe rooting for the nephew and cousin. That would be the Stalls cheering for Michael and company. Face off to the right of Russley, the Bayport goaltender again. First team all-conference goaltender in the FRCC. Again, one of the 5 finalists for the Kirk Dobbinspec Award, which is awarded to the state's best goaltender. Crossbar and out by Schock. Shot to the near side. Drew nearly tied us. Drew with it near side, top of the dot, gets it far side. Piepenburg, room in front to operate, stopped by Russley, rebound into the corner. Notre Dame some serious problems right now. If you're Bayport, just ice it if you can. McCarran trying to get it to the near side. He'll get it back. Keegan looking to pass it, carries it to the half boards, jump it to a teammate, and Bayport sends one down the length of the ice. Yes, we'll have a face-off next to their goaltender, but Bayport can get on some fresh skaters with 7:03 to play in the third. We still sit at 2-1.
And Notre Dame is starting to get a little frustrated. Devin is starting to give them headaches, and they're starting to chirp at each other a little bit here as they come on and off the ice.
To take the draw will be Joseph Coughlin, an honorable mention all-conference forward for Notre Dame Academy this year. Tritons 25-0-0, wire-to-wire, number 1 team in the state. Gerbitz, wrister, rebound given up, but it's going to be taken back by the Pirates. To the right side goes Ryan Hilbert. He's a left-handed shot, throws one in front. Labetta comes in for his first shift today, and he's unable to get the pass to him. 15 is Wyatt Harris for Notre Dame.
Mason Spetcher with a nice shot on the goal, trying to keep the pressure in the zone.
Harris gets it up to Coughlin. Play went up to Gerbitz, redirected off of the stick of a Bayport player all the way back to the left-hand third. Selson playing one to Grholskis. Chipped up to Connor Tignall for Bayport. Tignall on the far side blue line. Everybody on his team is going to go off for a line change, so 10's going to have to do it himself and throws in a wrister as soon as he gets to the blue line.
That was a smart play. He's good heads-up play, put it on the net, trying to make something happen when he's out there by himself.
Nick is trying to get to the puck, chipped all the way out. 6 minutes, clock rolling here in the third period. 2-1 Bayport.
There he is again, being a pest.
Voss poking at the puck. Mick is trying to get to it. Again, so we were talking earlier. Nick Voss played his freshman year as a Triton, while his brother Alex was a senior at Bayport. And then Nick ends up transferring back to Bayport spring semester and has been a Pirate as a sophomore and now as a junior, where he was this year a first-team all-conference wing for the Pirates, playing the forward position. Odd man rush near side. Capel, far side. Sam ties us at 2 with 5:15 to play.
Beat him low on the glove side. Nice shot. When you come down 3-on-1, you're in trouble. And Devin did a real nice job. Did the best he could. Tried to come out, cut the angle down, but it was a good shot low on the glove side.
Too many looks with too much numbers in Sam Capel. Second team all-conference, his 30th goal of the season for the sophomore. 50th point.
It was coming. Notre Dame has been taking the game to the Pirates the whole period, and it was just a matter of time.
We sit at 2-2, 5:10 to play. And brought in the zone with Kazarek. Numbers again for Notre Dame throwing in front. Quinn looking for someone to streak through. The assistant captain stops on the half boards, now skates in, and there's going to be action in the crease by McCarron trying to set up, and that will pull the puck out of the zone. 4:54 showing on the third period clock. Coach Jeremy Weiss listening in. Also Dave Wickman listening in to the game tonight.
The Pirates got to take a deep breath here now, gather themselves, and then we'll come out swinging.
Piepenberg passes one to Schock, near side, blue line cross into the zone. Drew will play one deep. Gets it in behind net, and it's going to be by Grholskis, and it will go a little too far, down for an icing. 4:43. Well, now you got to muster up chance to get another goal if you're Bayport. You had the 2-1 lead. How do you respond after giving up the tying goal?
I think they know what they have to do. They've been in this position before. It's not new. It happened in the first game. It happened in the second game. They know what they have to do. They just got to keep their composure and stay after it and get a good bounce.
Hilbert steps through after the draw, won by Bayport. He goes 2-on-1, possibly LeBera, throws it in front. Jaschke gives up the rebound, looking for it. It's behind the cage. Wojtek trying to chase after it. Spetcher, tough angle. He'll miss wide into the far side corner. Hilbert dumps one in deeper. Priepenberg trying to give chase. 73 plays the backhand, trying to get one up and out of the Notre Dame zone, and up the side of the ice they come. Cross ice pass, trying to get it up to Gruber. Centering pass for Capel, and now Bayport stretch pass, trying to get it up to Fahey, deflected by Bryce Dahl. Fahey finds Brunke as he crashes into the zone. Near side corner, 22 gets pushed up against the glass. They crash into a dasher under 4 minutes to play here in the third period. Alexis Tingley watching with us, Greg Schlusner, Aaron Nicholson, Aaron Schutte. Great to have you all with us. Flanagan. James looking to dump one. Nope, he sticks with it. Now gets it off to Coughlin. Throws one far side post. Just misses. The glove was stuck out by the Bayport goaltender, and Devin came up empty. Fortunately for him, the puck also missed the 4x6 behind him.
And they had somebody on the doorstep, too, so they were lucky on that one.
Mickish steps through to get the puck. He's going to try to go with numbers. Playing one through. Tignall a couple paces late to get to that pass. And Grhalskis trying to fetch the puck right across the SNC St. Norbert Green Knight logo. Ante from behind his own net, looking for a long stretch pass up the left side. And Kozarek loses an edge, falls down as Selson races back to play him. Nick Voss trying to get ahead of steam and get to a teammate. Nick near side. McCarron slapping at him. Throwing in front, directs off of a skate, off of the side of the cage. And Ante will play one to his line mate, the defensive duo for Notre Dame. That's McEntee. And back to Michael. He'll have to get it from his own zone. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Third period, we still sit tied 2-2. Goals this period, Nick Voss from Bayport, Sam Capel of NDA. And Gilbertson will get a poke check that'll go right towards net. And Jaschke will make a save, coming into today just a 1.62 goals against average.
Well, the offense has been better than the goalies today. Both of them, Devin with a 1.32 and Layton with a 1.62. The Pirates have got 2 and the Notre Dame team has got 2. So
Jaschke sees a face-off to his left and breaking out. Bill trying to get it to Capel. Line mates there, breaking into the zone. Hunter, he played his freshman year at a different school. He played up in Eagle River. Went to state his freshman year.
Part of the Falcon program.
I think Dad's a sheriff, right?
Yes, I believe he was.
So he comes here for work duties, and Hunter's been an awesome addition to the Notre Dame program. Piepenberg behind Gilbertson, dances around him, trying to go past Rutsley, flashing the lever of the left hand.
Pirates were very lucky there. They were chasing a loose stick and tripped over each other and let the player in on Devin unstop. And Devin was up to the contest and stopped him himself.
Deputy Jansen's on the way back from the ski slopes, watching along and listening on the car ride. $1:27 in the third, it's 2-2. Face off to the far side corner. Selson trying to wrap one free. Bayport to gain possession, trying to get out of their own zone. Voss will try to play it up to Spetcher. Back to the Bayport defensemen out of their own zone. We approach the last 60 seconds. Flanagan, Pirates try to take it away from James. Nick Voss chipping at it. Puck at the feet of a couple of Notre Dame players. Pass up, tipped by Gruber, into the zone. Brendan fetches it, assistant captain to the near side half boards. Carries it into the corner. Looking for Hunter Billy, gets it to number 11. Blind pass in front, just looking for somebody to come through. Notre Dame does get to it first, and they carry it back into the corner. Grhalskis, he loses an edge, loses the possession of the puck. Gruber has a skater at the point, but they can't get it there. Back in the corner to Bill. Ante on the near side wing. 19 seconds left in the third period, and a turnover perhaps. Bayport can have numbers if Gilbertson can get to it. Plays it up to Sam Lyons. Bouncing puck back to Hunter Bill. And Hunter will send one back to Sellison. 8 seconds left in the third period. Pirates send it down. Bayport's going to have to retouch up delayed offsides. 3 seconds left in the period. Clock will expire, and we are going to have overtime hockey from Cornerstone Community Ice Center here at the Tim Coughlin rink, Hilliard Wires Arena. Sectional final will have some more time added.
Well, that's fitting. That's the way this whole season's been going between these two teams. They are equal as each other. Notre Dame has had the upper hand in 2 of the games, but you put these 2 teams out on the ice, and they are equal to each other.
Trenton Ledoc, former Bayport goaltender, tuning in from Minneapolis. The Canos watching from home tonight. Carl's playing at Sacramento for St. Thomas. Who else we have out there? Dirk Kabansky, mentioned the Herbers earlier.
Pirates are Notre Dame will have a 3-minute break here, and then they'll put 5 minutes on the board, and they'll go after it.
Kim Milkey cheering from Appleton. Gruber scored first for Notre Dame at 12:03 in the first period. Will Lyons responded for Bayport just 32 seconds later. We went to the end of the first at 1-1. Nobody scored in the second, but Bayport's Sam Lyons, senior captain, got sent off for a game misconduct, and Bayport has been without him since the 13:33 mark in the second period. Nick Voss scored just 34 seconds into the third period to give Bayport a 2-1 lead, but Sam Capel responded with 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. We sit at 2-2. That's where we are at before we start overtime.
Well, Chris, I believe in overtime they are 5-on-5 for 5 minutes. And then if nobody scores, they start short-handing both teams. I believe they skate 4-on-4. I'm not sure on that. Chris is trying to get that confirmed. Something new that the state started last year, and been mixed reviews on it. But the Pirates are definitely missing Sam. Screws up your lines, and you got guys out there that aren't used to skating with the other kids. So
the Knutsons watching along. Michael Rader tuning in. Notre Dame contingency, Bayport contingency. It's a 2-2 game right now. Devin Ashman. I'm assuming we flip-flop ends again, right? I would think.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I believe they start out in their own end.
Another reminder that the Ice Bears punched their ticket to state. They went down in Fond du Lac. They will be in Madison next week. Dell is here from West Prep Hockey, and we have overtime at 2-2. The crowd has been, 85% or so, I'd say, across the board?
Yeah, I'd say pretty much 50-50 split between Bayport and Notre Dame fans, but yeah, it's 85% full. It's the most I've seen in the rink this season. And you were correct, Chris. They do flip ends.
Here it is. Teams remain in the bench area, 3-minute rest period. Teams switch ends prior to the start of each overtime period. 8 minutes sudden death, 5-on-5. Then we'll switch to 4-on-4. Then 3-on-3 if we need to. So 8 minutes go on the clock here.
Pretty soon all you have left out there is the goalies.
And that's all right. We can go one-on-one shootout, right? From their own end, it'll be Michael Stahl for Bayport trying to play it up ice. Gets it to Nick Voss. Nick trying to dance around one. Golden goal to be scored, and Mickish sends one across the face of goal, but Voss could not get to the end of it. Lindsey Herber, Alex Voss, Taylor Larson watching from Minneapolis. Rister comes in, and it's Hunter Bell beats Rusley 29 seconds in. It's the Tritons. They're going to state.
Deep Devin high in the glove side. He put it right in the corner. I'm going to guess that that's probably about the only spot he had open to put it. And unfortunately, he put it home.
29 seconds into the extra session. And the undefeated Tritons will head to Madison.
I still think that this was a state championship game, Chris. I haven't seen any of the other teams at state play, but I have read and followed a little bit through Wisconsin prep hockey throughout the season. And based on what I've seen, what I've read, two best teams in the state played each other today.
Well, Pirates led in the third against Notre Dame in the first one. Here in this one, Tritons fight back. Hunterville, the game winner, and they are sectional champs.
Pirates don't need to hang their head. They had a real good season. They played well. Unfortunately, sometimes the puck just doesn't bounce your way, and that's what happened today. But they have nothing to be ashamed of. They gave Notre Dame everything they could handle, and they're the only team that did all season long.
Well, the handshake lines to go through. All these guys, for the most part, they've played hockey with each other. The Pere, Ashwaubenon, used to be Green Bay United here, Bayport, Notre Dame. These guys all play hockey all the way through together.
So many of these kids played together coming up. They played for Green Bay United, Squirt, Pee Wee Bantam, all the way up through. Just making a handshake line right now, you can see that there's a lot of camaraderie between the boys. There's not, they're happy for each other. I mean, obviously the Pirates are a little less happy, but Notre Dame respects the Bayport team. They've seen what they can do, and they're talking to each other, and they're shaking hands, and hugs are coming out. So.
Obviously, some players will go on to continue their hockey careers, whether it be in juniors or wherever. Your Bayport players that are seniors: Charlie Zimmer, Eli Mickish, Michael Stahl, Ian Sellison, Wojtek Lebeda, Brady Gilbertson, Chris Graholskis, Sam Lyons, Aiden Fahey. As the Bayport season comes to a close in overtime, Notre Dame.
That's one thing I mentioned last week when we got done with our sectional semifinal is this is it. The seniors are done. They don't, like you said, there's opportunities for them to go play juniors or, at college rank somewhere, but they're done. And that's sometimes a really tough pill to swallow. I've been through it with my older son, Jake, when he finished up playing football and basketball, and it's something you work the whole season for, you work your whole life for, and it's over in a blink of an eye. So best wishes to the seniors. Hopefully they do find other avenues to play. Hopefully they are available to go. They find a home in a junior league. There's plenty of opportunities out there for them. They just got to go look for them.
Notre Dame will return state. They officially, Michael McInty, a senior that plays 4 years varsity defenseman, they go 10-0, the senior class, against Bayport's class of 2023. As they have now defeated Bayport 14 consecutive times. Again, of those 14 games, Bayport's had the lead, 7 of them in the third period.
Yeah, and those are tough ones. We saw it in the first time they played this year where they got a goal with 8 seconds left and then came back and won it in overtime. I didn't want to say it before the overtime started, but if you check the stats out, most overtime hockey games are ended in the first minute of the overtime period. Unfortunately, that didn't go good for the Pirates. Got a paper cut?
No, I touched the wrong end of the pen. One shot on goal in the overtime session comes from Hunter Bell. He buries it over the shoulder under the crossbar.
Those are one of those ones where he's an inch higher and it dings off the crossbar and we keep playing.
Final shots on goal. Notre Dame took the third period 12-7. 29-26, the shots on goal win favored Notre Dame. Pirate team that even without Lyons still fighting in there.
Looking at their roster, Chris, I like what they've got coming back. Yes, they are losing some really important seniors, but I look at what they have on their roster. They've got the most important position covered with Devin Russell coming back in the goal. You can build on that. You know, a lot of people don't believe it, but your goaltender is like your quarterback of the hockey team. Everything starts from him and works its way out. So they're very well set in net. You can build on that. There's kids that can skate. You pick up kids. There's kids on the JV team this year that unfortunately didn't play varsity because there was not enough room for them on the varsity roster. Those kids will play varsity next year. You always pick up kids that transfer into the community from other communities. So I think it may be a dim period of time right now for the Pirate hockey team, but I think the future for them is very good.
Again, ranked number 2 in the state of Wisconsin for over half the season. You take the top undefeated team 2 times to overtime. And Notre Dame's going to go back to state.
Yeah, and I think they're going to come home. I think they're going to come home with a state championship.
So obviously Notre Dame undefeated. The other teams at state are Verona, USM, University School of Milwaukee. Bayport defeated them earlier this year. And the other one is Hudson, who's been back-to-back state champion, but was just a 4 seed this year, and which is considered a down year.
Yeah, you're a 4 seed, and that's a down year.
So some familiar teams down there, obviously, especially the Verona, Notre Dame, and Hudson. USM has been there a few times. And Notre Dame trying to capture what would be their second state title, 2012. Their other. I think that they will have the broadcast with Joey. We mentioned the award-winning broadcaster from Notre Dame Academy. He's now a freshman at UW-Madison, Joey Bonadonna. He is going to get to work on perhaps broadcasting for Notre Dame down at state. That'll be next Friday, Saturday.
I'm sure he won't be nearly as much of a homer as you and I are, Chris.
I don't know about me, maybe just you.
I learned from the best. I listen to Mr. Frieder quite frequently.
We appreciate each and every one that has tuned in throughout the season. People all across the state, all across the world tonight. We crossed off over 5-6 different countries just tweeting and emailing in.
You've got to set up a map and put pins on it where people come from. Take a picture, or listen, I shouldn't say come from, listen from. And take a picture of it and put it out there, because it is amazing that people from all over the world are listening to us.
Michael, I appreciate you joining us throughout the hockey season. Obviously, you go down on the DL for a little bit, able to come back for the postseason. And Michael Plummer, who has, we mentioned earlier, 25 years as a hockey official, able to lend his expertise. Played hockey for Bayport against Premontre back in that time.
Back in that time, it was Premontre, it was Alloy, East Preble, De Pere had a team, Ashwaubenon had a team. It was Southwest, Green Bay West as a combination team. We had quite a good league at that time. Appleton started getting a program running, and they joined the league. But it's fun to get back in the rink, Chris. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this. I did miss the games. I really did miss being here during the games when I was laid up at home. But I did listen. You had excellent replacements. Can't hold a candle to some of those guys that you had replacing to me, because they're experiencing it currently and or are involved with their kids in the program. Mr. Eveling's got kids skating, and being from NMU, he's seen his fair share of hockey. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. It's been fun. Been fun reconnecting with the kids, the families, the names that are, attributed to the program. Corey McCracken was a player when I was reffing. Jim Gwynn, one of his assistants, I played against in high school. So that's been fun. I've enjoyed that. Looking at the boards, and there's a sign for Kemp's Ace Hardware. I played hockey with Craig back in the day. it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. Official last week, Mark Bray, guy I played hockey with. So I really appreciate you letting me come out here. I hope you have me back again next year. I've enjoyed it. I was ready to be here at about 4 o'clock. So this is exciting. This is fun to be a part of what you're trying to do and what you've been doing for the kids and all the programs, and you're allowing Aiden and Cole the opportunities to do this as well. My son Tyler got to run the camera for the last 2 games. Give everybody a different perspective. It's easy to sit at home and scream at the TV, but when you got to think on your feet and think while you're in the middle of what's going on, I have a lot of respect for what you do and the kids that you've worked with over the years and the ones that you've helped get down the road and to have a successful career. So thank you very much for allowing me to do this. But you're going to have to get Mr. Frieder in the headset again pretty soon, or he's really going to start crying. I'm tired of listening to him whine about not ever getting an opportunity.
Well, they got baseball season right around the corner.
There you go.
We will be with the Bayport streaming next week. As you see, Notre Dame is going to get their sectional championship picture. The last team to punch a ticket to state. Team wrestling, Team State next week. We'll be down there. Damian LaCroix, Ryan Wellnitz, myself. We've been approved credentials. We will have what you need for the broadcast at state. There's always audio only because of TV contracts. So, for instance, if Joey Bonadonna does have the audio stream, it will be audio only because of TV contracts for Notre Dame. But you can see on Twitter for them if that is the case.
What's the over and under between Ryan and Damian over who takes up more airtime?
Well, I'm hoping to let those two go and just kind of be the producer and see how things go. Obviously, we've done video the last 4 years of wrestling, 5 years total. And radio only is a little bit different, but that'll be fine nonetheless.
It's interesting to listen to both of them with their past experience, being wrestlers coming up through, and I've learned a lot listening to Ryan and Damian talk. And it was actually kind of fun when Ryan would call out a wizard. I actually got to see what a wizard was. And that's not what I thought it was. So, but I wish the wrestling team best of luck next weekend. I know they didn't get all the successes that they wanted this weekend, but now they have Team State next weekend, and they can bring home a gold medal from that. That would be awesome.
Appreciate Colin and Craig stepping in to do camera work for us tonight. For Michael, throughout the season, hockey season comes to a close. I'm Chris Learman. In the sectional final, Bayport falls in overtime. They had the lead in the third, just couldn't hold it. And the hockey season comes to an end. Team wrestling, and then we're into spring, where we'll have baseball, softball, and we'll maybe sprinkle in a few other broadcasts as well. Thanks for your ears, Howard Swamico. You've been listening to Bayport Pirate Hockey on NEW Sports Radio.